Hey everyone, welcome back to the IOPanel podcast. This is episode 207. My name's Evan. That rhymes. I made that up. Thank you for coming with us as always. Weird intro, just going with it. Back with me are the two besties and also my acquaintances, Mike and James. How you guys doing?
Very well, thank you, Evan. Thank you for having us on this wonderful Sunday evening.
This wonderful Christmas morning. Yep.
Doing good as always.
Fantastic. Any worthwhile endeavors or adventures that you guys took part in this past 2 weeks?
James, you go first.
Let's see.
Went to the store, tried a new recipe.
No. I did.
Bury any bodies?
No, I
Dig
did.
up any bodies?
I did get sick again, and the doctor gave me a bunch of steroids for that.
Let's go.
And I got some steroid pimples on my head, which is pretty awesome. So I was like, all right,
Steroid pimples.
yeah, man. 'Cause I took I took a lot of steroids the last 2 weeks.
Fucking
So
juiced
you're-
up.
So you're like ready to be Big Swole, but you're not Big Swole.
Well, I'm like big school stomach. You know, it's
Right.
because what steroids are really good at is helping you put on weight. So
Yeah.
I haven't checked, but I'm sure I've put on some weight.
And
But,
the gyno, of course.
Yeah, in the gyno, in utero, some
Something like
fat.
that.
No.
Some uterus fat.
Too many steroids, unchecked, tend to initiate a growth called gynecomastia on men.
Huh?
Man boobs.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I believe it's called bitch tits,
That's a technical term.
which some
In the
of us
medical-
may
in the medical
may or may not already suffer from due to other reasons.
I have
Right.
bitch pecs. I don't know about you guys.
True.
There you go.
Pure muscle.
Pure. Yeah. So.
James breastfeeds cats on the weekends.
It's a side hustle.
That's how I make some loose change. Something, they say do something strange for some change. That's what I do. I breastfeed cats on the weekend. Jesus Christ. Nothing. I didn't do anything, man. It's been pretty chill. Played a lot of squad. Played a lot of VR actually. A lot of VR games. A couple guys in my dues.
You play that Phantasma whatever game? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm terrified. I'm not gonna play that. I'll
Really?
just shit myself. Yeah.
Oh,
By all
man.
means, you can come over and play it. I know you like that kind of stuff. I couldn't play it. I refuse to be fucking scared to death. I refuse to live in fear.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Fear by your own hand.
Well, so that game is really cool, and I love watching people play it. It's great to watch people play it, but man, I don't want to play it. Just when you're in VR, you become very immersed, and something like that, where the things are grabbing your face and whispering in your ear and shit like that. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm not built of that kind of sturdy stuff. Yeah, I played Population 1. That's a lot of fun. I haven't played much of it, but I played about 3 or 4 days of it actually, which is a VR battle royale, and it's actually a really well made one. It's a lot of fun. You fly around and stuff. It's kind of cool. Tried to play Onward, super hard to play. That's a competitive first person shooter thing, like military simulation thing. It's super hard to play. What else do I play in VR? VTOL VR. And I think, Michael, I showed you that, right?
Oh yeah, you showed it to both of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed
Yep.
you guys that. That was a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. I haven't gotten back to it, but you know me, I probably won't get back to it, but I want to play more of it. It was a lot of fun. Super enjoyable game.
Yeah, you will.
I
Comes
gotta
with a bonus bobblehead too.
Yeah, I gotta move all my VR things and really just redo my whole setup because my computer's in the way, so my wands lose tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, I've been having a lot of fun in VR. Been playing a lot of VR and playing games. That's it. That's all I've been doing, man. Keeping it simple. What about you, Mike?
Well, holding it down over here in the 20910. But this past weekend, I did take a little trip down to Virginia Beach.
Memory lane.
Okay.
That's where you voted, right? You went down there to vote. You voted twice down there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's encouraged.
Well, I voted here, and then I went down there and I voted.
Yeah. Trump 2020. Trump train?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I voted Biden here and Trump there,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah. Got to
spread the love,
Yeah.
Life is all about balance.
Exactly. So, yeah, went down there with a buddy. And the goal was to take a class from this guy who's a luthier, which is someone who makes.
You want to be a Lutheran, or is it like Lutheran studies? You're going full Bible boy now. I'm not mad at that. That's cool, man.
That's the old world English translation for lutesmith, which we mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay. I was having fun with it. You decided to go hardcore. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're becoming a bard. Huh?
There you go.
Huh?
Apparently, a luthier is a person who builds and repairs string instruments that have a neck and a sound box. And it comes from the French word for lute. There you go.
I want to shove my neck into your sound box.
You're a horrible human being. But that's okay, because I said something crazy to you earlier, so it's fine.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, went down there. I had signed up for this class, me and the buddy. The class is to how to set up a guitar properly. Now, normally you take your guitar, like Guitar Center or probably Chuck Levin's or any of these places, and all they're going to do is maybe change the strings, make sure they're in tune, adjust the neck a little bit with the truss rod.
Protect your neck.
And then make a couple other little adjustments, with the strings, and that's going to be about it. Mm-hmm. This was like complete top to bottom. Like we are in there sanding shit down. We're in there. We're putting in work. Like, it was crazy. Like, I learned shit. Like, this is like way more than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it applies to pretty much all stringed instruments, like as in like a guitar, a bass guitar, a ukulele, whatever. Like, it's all the same. Like any fretted instrument. Now,
I have a very important question about this. I'm slightly knowledgeable about the subject, and I need to know, did you take good care of the nut?
We did.
Good. I'm glad.
What is that? That's a guitar term, isn't it? I've heard that before. Is that like that's some powder you use to lubricate it or like keep the strings clean or something? I'm not being funny about that. I'm trying to be serious.
It's basically the first fret at the very top of the guitar where the strings come up. It's usually a white thing at the top with the grooves for each string. Right at the very top of the neck.
I totally made that up. And all right, cool.
Yeah.
What you're thinking of is rosin, James, and it's used on other string instruments like violins, violas, and cellos.
Oh, okay. Well,
on the bow. Yeah.
Rosin?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's okay.
Term.
It exists. It's totally a real thing.
Right. I sent you guys a link to a lute. And if you look at the picture in that article, you'll see at the top there's like a white thing on the neck. That's the nut.
Mm-hmm.
And lutes are commonly used by...
Dude, that reminded me of
Luthiers?
Black Dynamite.
No, fucking bards, my boy, bards.
What is a bard again? Refresh us, please.
He's an ancient storyteller, man.
Ah, right. Okay.
They go around to the inns and taverns and tell stories of heroes and shit in D&D.
Right, I gotcha.
James, when you were like, and a lute is classically used by, I was like, Anaconda malt liquor.
Yeah.
That whole fucking the diner
Yeah.
deduction, like, oh, now wait, in Greek mythology, this means.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. Michael, what's that? What was it called?
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Yeah, Black Dynamite. The scene in the
I
diner.
still haven't seen that. Well, I did. I saw that scene.
Oh,
But I haven't seen that whole movie. Yeah,
You got to see that movie. That movie is just fucking
Yeah.
pure joy, man.
Maybe we can do that for one of our movie night things
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
at some point.
That'd be good.
But yeah, so put in a lot of work this weekend. It was supposed to be a 6-hour class. We were there for 8 hours.
Bonus.
Yeah, and I mean, it was literally the instructor, like the luthier, like he's like the master luthier, right? Me, my buddy, another guy, and that's it. It's the only people that were there. You know,
Anyone's
was the
kid
class?
sister?
no kids, sisters. The class is $200 a person.
Mhm.
He charges someone if you brought him a guitar and said, "Can you set it up?" He charges them $125. So
Is that reasonable?
for
He's
what
a
he
master.
does, yeah. For what he
Okay.
does, absolutely.
So you got the whole shebang, or is there like a number 2 class that you can go to, or you need to go to get the full like?
Not
Whatever.
for this. No, it was done.
Okay, so it's a basic
Oh.
class, or is it like, are you certified now, like journeyman luthier?
I don't think there's such things, but
He's an apprentice.
I can, yeah, like I could, like obviously, how do we get good at things? By practicing, all that. So
Yeah.
I need to so we did it on my guitar, and my friend brought his guitar, and we did it on his guitar, right? So those guitars are done, they're good to go. They're ready.
So how long does it last though? Because I know you have to like retune a guitar all the time, don't you?
Well, yeah, you tune it, but I mean, so anytime you remove the strings, you change out the strings for new strings, then you'll need to make some, remake some adjustments and things. But I'll say the hard part, quote unquote, which is like with all the frets, like the first thing like you do is level the frets. So basically you're going over all the frets and seeing like, oh, some are higher than others, some are lower than others, all this kind of shit. And we literally had like a file. We're like grinding them down,
Oh, so this isn't like just turning some screws and making sure things are at the right place. This is like actually going in with tools and like shaving and changing the actual. Okay, wow.
Yeah, sandpaper and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you're going in there. You're putting we're like all kinds of stuff. So it was a very good class. I'm glad we went. The guy I went with, he's been playing guitar for like 20 or 30 years and like plays in bands and stuff. And so, he's a pretty good guitar player, right? And familiar with guitars and everything. Like he didn't know 80% of this stuff.
Wow.
Like he was like, wow. He's like, that was amazing.
So it's a good class.
Like, he's like, I didn't know any of this. Oh yeah. Like, he's like, I did. James, honestly, and even you, Evan, like if you'd been there and like seen what we were doing and everything, you guys would have appreciated this. You would have been like, oh, this guy is like on point, and like putting in work, and we're doing like making it nice and good, and like it's like craftsman, like this is like master craftsman fucking shit, Like it was awesome.
What was the other guy there? To the other
he's another
classmate.
student. But he was there actually he's taking the class to build a guitar.
Oh, okay.
And so he's been like going to that shop like back and forth for like a couple, like probably like a month or two. And like he, comes there on days he can come and blah blah, and was like working on a guitar and stuff. And that guy actually lives in this area. He lives in like Chantilly or something.
Really? And he's driving all the way down there?
Yeah. He said that we're like, oh, did you come in last night? He's like, I came in this morning. We're like, Jesus.
Wow.
Like, okay.
Is it true?
Yeah.
So this guy is like legit then, because people are traveling to come see this guy.
Yeah.
Is there like not another? Is it like he's like one of 3 master luthiers on the East Coast or some shit like that?
I mean, that according to him, he's like, I don't think anyone else is teaching this. He's like, maybe there's 1 or 2 other guys somewhere doing this, but he's like, I don't know anyone.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's just
what
like
do people
not
normally do when their guitars are fucked up?
They take it to Guitar Center and they fuck it up more. No,
But
like,
do they do this? They do this kind of work? Like they go like, oh, we're shaving the frets.
no, not at all. That's the thing.
Damn.
They
So this
don't do
guy's
that.
like
So,
this guy's like a cobbler.
yeah, exactly. Like this is like the real shit. Like
He's an artisan.
yes,
That's
a
pretty cool.
craftsman, maybe
That's pretty cool.
whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
and
Definitely
the
a
guitar
craftsman.
I brought is like not a not like a $500 Fender or a $1,000 Fender or anything like that. It was like literally like a $180 guitar.
Mm-hmm.
A Squire, which are the lower end of Fenders basically. And he told me, he's like, all right, he's like, after we got it set up and everything, he was like, and dude, it's so much. That's the thing too. Like, you know, many times like I've tried to play guitar, and even the guy I went with, like, you try to hit a chord or hit some strings on it, and it's so hard to push them down.
Mm-hmm.
This fixes all of that.
He lowered the action.
Yeah, you lower the strings, make sure the strings are at the exact right height, everything.
Really?
Feels good now.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me your guitar you bought from factory needed this work?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
And
So
even
significantly better. We're not talking about like a 10% better. We're talking
No.
about like significantly better.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
kind of a must do thing if you buy a guitar, period. You need to go and do this work.
Yes.
If you really want it to be quality. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And the other guy we were with, he had like a $1,000 acoustic guitar, like a Taylor. And like this, like after all this, it's like, he's like, oh my God, it's like night and day. It's like he was like fighting with certain strings and certain frets and stuff, and now it's just like butter, you just
Really?
like, yeah, like it's crazy,
Man.
like it's fucking crazy. You're like, oh, like you start playing it now, you're like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to fucking suck.
I kind of, you know what? I kind of want to buy a guitar and go do this now.
You sold Mike, you sucked him in.
James, if you took this class, you would love it, honestly.
Dude, the one time I had a guitar, it was horrible to try to play. I was like, this
Of course
sucks.
it was.
This is horrible.
Of course
Like,
it was.
Who's playing this? Like, who's doing this for a living? This is absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, the guy said, okay, like this guitar I bought was only, like I said, not a high quality, blah, blah guitar, right? After we set it up and everything, like it plays so nice. And the guy was like, he's like, all you would have to do is like replace a couple parts, some of the wiring in it, this and that, which, let's say $100 worth of parts, something like that, whatever it is, $200, not much, relatively speaking. And he's like, you could buy a guitar for $2,500 and it wouldn't sound as good as this one, like.
Nice.
He's like, it would be way better, way nicer,
Evan, you might have to make a trip up here with like all your guitars.
Don't
you have like a couple? You have like 2 or 3 guitars, don't you?
I have 3.
Yeah, you have to make a trip up here. Get your guitars on.
Yeah, I mean, and it would same thing for bass guitars, same thing for everything. It's the same. It's the same.
Next time you come, you bring your guitars, and we'll all pay for the class, and we'll go. We'll go again. We'll get our frets shaved, and our voice boxes and stuff,
and our nuts
cool.
polished.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool, man. Just because like all this like craftsman type shit, which like I've never done anything like that really, So, James, maybe you have a little bit.
I mean, not anything of quality.
Right. Well,
so
okay. Yeah.
Did you get to keep any of the tools or something, or he maybe gave you a list of things to buy?
Well, I bought a toolkit from him. So I have most, if not all, the tools.
What's in the toolkit? Is there like crazy stuff in there? Like, this is a fret polisher, it's only for frets, like, or is it like just sandpaper, screwdrivers, that kind of shit?
Yeah, basically it's that kind of shit. Some
files.
Files, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Things for measuring, let's see. I'll put it in the show notes, but I'll send you guys the link right now to the thing. So that, and then if you click on that, then there's a link at the bottom for the toolkit, and you can click on the toolkit, and it tells you what comes in the toolkit. So yeah, I bought that from him too, because I was like, just wanted it all, yeah.
Oh, how big are the classes? Are they pretty small? Three people? Is that it?
3 people. Yeah, it's not a big place, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like if you were working in like a really large garage, like it's kind of like that basically.
It's all right.
But it's an office in an office park, but it's basically one giant room.
He
And it's
didn't have you guys like in his kitchen or anything, so that's good.
I mean, none of
no,
this stuff
yeah.
sounds normal, Michael. Fret
Huh?
radius gauges,
Oh, that's a
angled
thing.
feeler gauge set.
You got swindled, son.
What is this? If you
No,
got a box of sandpaper, you got swindled. Yeah.
no, actually, the sandpaper I need to go buy.
Stainless steel fret rocker. Like this is like some specialized shit here.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, one set of fretboard radius gauges. Yeah, I've seen those before online in videos. It's a little thing you put on, and it has a little like thing, and you put it in the strings are all supposed to align exactly.
Mm.
Part of the radius. And so you need one for every guitar is like all Strats are like this, but maybe Gibson Les Pauls are like that. They're different radius, and then acoustic guitars are this kind of radius, and all this kind of different stuff. So we did an acoustic guitar, which was cool. My friends, and then we did my Stratocaster guitar. So those are like two very popular kind of guitars. So we did one example of each. The only one like we kind of didn't do was like apparently like if you do like a Les Paul style guitar, that's a little different. Also, like the bridge is different and stuff. But
do you have to have a guitar to go there? You have to bring your own guitar, or do they have guitars you can work on? Or
no, you bring a guitar. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
So $200. How much is the kit? How much is the kit?
It says $110. $110.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so $310.
Now, honestly, we can look at all these tools, and maybe they'd all add up to $35. I don't know, but I was just like, yeah, I'll just buy it from him, and I'll have it there,
I mean, the radius gauges are $15, so I mean, it's probably somewhere around $100 after you put everything together. So that's not bad. That's not bad.
He actually gave me 2 straight edges too.
Another bonus.
Well, here, so maybe he updated the kit already because here it says one straight edge, one true straight edge, and one notched straight edge. I don't have a notched straight edge. I just have 2 straight edges, one really long one and one a little shorter. But he said a notched one can be helpful sometimes. So, but we didn't need it. So, but yeah. Anyway, it was a really cool class. Like, definitely not something you're going to learn on YouTube. At least not this level of detail. And the way the
how
guy
much is one of his guitars? I see he makes custom guitars. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, thousands of dollars. I mean,
okay, all right. Financing available. Never mind. Okay, I see that much paid. Like, okay,
if you have to ask, James,
Yeah, basically.
And so, yeah, I mean, the way he explains everything, like a lot of this stuff, like most of it, filing and all that kind of stuff. He's just explain. I mean, it's obviously logical, but he's like, you're just removing material, whether it's from the frets themselves or the nut, like you're filing in the in the notch there in the nut or whatever. I even did the bridge on my buddy's guitar. So because it's an acoustic, it has like this plastic bridge, or maybe it's made out of bone. I'm not sure, but he had to shave that down, and he has an industrial belt sander that he was using. But he's like, yeah, you guys don't need to use this. He's like, I'm just going to do this because it's quick and it's going to take 2 seconds and I know what I'm doing. He's like, I actually recommend you get like a block of like granite or something. Like if you go to like Home Depot or one of those places and be like, hey, do you have any granite you threw in the garbage or whatever? You don't need. They'll be like, yeah, go in the back and take whatever you want,
Mm-hmm.
And so you get just a block of that you can put on your table, and then you put sandpaper on that, and then you could just go to town on whatever you need to remove, But anyway, yeah, it was just really cool class. Glad we went. The guy is really, really good, really smart, really knows what he's doing, obviously. I really wish I could take the other like crazier classes, like because it's like, oh, how to build a guitar, like all this kind of stuff. But it's thousands of dollars, and it would take it's a big time investment too.
Right.
And okay, after that, what am I going to do? Start building guitars? I mean, I'm not going to do that. So
It's a
I mean,
marketable skill.
there's this. It looks like he has guitar repair, $1,000 deposit.
yeah.
Guitar ukulele building course, $1,000 deposit.
Oh, there you go.
Mike.
Apprenticeship course, $2,000. And I never heard of this, a geet uli geetuli. I don't know. Some half ukulele, half guitar. I don't know. Ukulele, guitar.
Yeah, I've
Building
seen
course.
those. Yeah. The one actually that he talked about, maybe me and my buddy will go back and do this. The pickup winding class. I see here it's $350. So you can, wind your own pickups, and then it's going to be way better than what comes with them, obviously. So
It's winding up. Okay, take
it's
the
like
guitar building class. Just take the money out of the coffers. We'll pay for it. We'll send you.
No. Nope.
that's funny.
I mean, I would say like I would take the class, just because it's probably a cool class to take. I would just take the guitar.
Would you be so as excited as you are now when you're 7 hours into manual labor? You're like, ugh.
I mean, I like that type of stuff. I like woodworking, working with my hands. I like accomplishing a goal in the end. I like it more than computer stuff. So yeah, I would be fine with that. The only thing that would hurt would be the money, the cost, and going down there, like driving to fucking Virginia Beach, like probably 3 or 4 times a month or something to take this class. But otherwise, I'd do it. It'd be great. It'd be fun. And I have no interest in guitars. I don't want to play a guitar. I want to learn how to play it just because the guitars are cool, but like I don't want to build guitars, and I don't want to sell them, and I don't want to like make money off them, and I don't want to play them professionally. Maybe for fun, impress some girls like at the coffee house. Like, what up, ladies? That's the extent of it. But yeah. Anyway.
Yep. So anyway, it looks like he has guitars on his and they're all sold out, but like he had guitars and stuff on his site.
Yeah, you probably have to like call and place the order or something. He probably doesn't just made the order. When they say sold, when custom shops have all these sold outs, it's probably just like so serious people call and say, "Hey, when are you gonna have blah?" And they go, "Oh, you want it? Okay, we'll make it for you. It's $3,500." Like, oh, great, that's what I was looking for. You know what I mean? So he probably doesn't have it just up there for the casual time wasters.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I was just gonna end on it was pretty awesome, and definitely recommend it if you guys ever feel like spending some time learning something cool. It's pretty cool. So
got your juices flowing. You're reinvigorated about being a musician.
That's right. Me and my buddy, we're gonna work on now. So we each have a guitar that's been properly set up. So now we have other guitars that need work. So we're gonna go to town on that.
And then let's duet.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, me and my buddy, we're gonna start a band.
Yeah,
maybe. Who knows? Anything's possible. Yeah, it'll be good timing. Keep us in the loop about it.
Absolutely, and maybe if you're one of I was gonna say maybe Evan, maybe we'll have you Skyped in. No,
yeah.
But James, if you want to come check it out, maybe you come check it out one time.
Yeah.
See what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now the student can become the teacher.
Correct. Exactly. So yeah, that's so that was So I drove down to Virginia Beach Friday night. Got there kind of late. It was like after 10. Then went there. That was Saturday, right? The class.
Mm-hmm.
10. It's supposed to be 10 to 4, and a half hour for lunch, right? So we ended up going till 6. We probably left that guy's shop at like 6:15, 6:20 or something. Got back to the hotel. It was almost 7. I was like I'm beat. Like I fell asleep in a chair for a bit. I was like, But we went out to this bar called Lunacy. But it's Lunasea.
I see what they did there.
Yeah. And it's a chill spot. But down there, bro, the mask wearing is not
Forbidden.
Not like it is here, you know. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who like works there is pretty much wearing a mask and stuff. Like all these places, like any place you go, pretty much people are wearing masks. But like the customers are like, it's like rampant, and they're not wearing them. And like most of these places, like including that bar, like no one cares, you know, like no one's saying anything. They're not like, hey, where's your mask? You know, like it's not a thing. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. Then today we drove through Norfolk, saw a couple little like, oh, here's the Old Dominion, here's this, here's that. We stopped, had lunch, and then we rolled back, and here I am.
That's a good weekend.
Yeah, it was. And in the course of this, I actually ended up cleaning out my car quite a bit in preparation for this trip.
Yet another bonus.
I feel bad. I took it to the car wash right before the trip. And this is a car wash, like full service. Like they're vacuuming the car out for you. They're doing everything. Man, I know these guys, as I said before, put in some work. You know, like I got out of the car, like went into place, and they're like vacuuming and stuff. And like I'm sitting there for like 10 or 15 minutes, not seeing the car come in. And like all these other cars are going, you know, and I'm like, where's my car? I'm like, oh, they're putting in some fucking. They're good. They're going hardcore in that car. Like, okay, you know. But yeah, they did a pretty good job. It's not 100%, but it's like 80%, 90%.
It's nice.
Where was that at? What car wash was that?
The one right on Georgia Avenue where Aldi is, where Staples used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever actually been to that car wash before, but they did a good job. $24. I got the ultimate wash or whatever the fuck it is, you know, the top shit. I was like, yeah. Like I was willing to pay whatever because I knew the car was going to be, you know, a chore. So I was like, yeah, ultimate wash. And then they're like, do you want Rain-X? An extra $3. I was like, absolutely.
Load me up.
Yep, load me up. Let's do it, you know? So, yeah, it was that was good too. So, a nice bonus kind of side effect of this trip. So, yeah, it was cool.
I should go for a wash and detail myself.
I don't think that car's ever been to a car wash until now.
I mean, that's what the rain's for.
Yeah. I've had the car for 10 years. So,
yeah.
And the car's like, finally. Poor car.
Nah, that's fine. They're not alive.
Yeah.
Anyways. I didn't really do anything notable in the past couple weeks, but I do have some plans for this coming week.
Oh?
I have the week off because my birthday is in there somewhere.
Right.
And my original plans, my lofty goals, which got canceled. When air travel stopped, mostly, more or less. I am now going to Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm going to treat myself to a spa day. In some natural hot spring mineral water and a foot massage and a scalp massage. How about that?
Really?
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Huh.
What else are they massaging?
Well, James, they have quite a few different packages, if you know what I mean.
They're going to flesh out your sound box?
Yeah.
They're going to give you a poop massage?
Oh, boy.
No. Well, since you bring that up, I did have a physical a couple weeks ago, including a digital prostate exam.
Oh, boy.
No problem. My rectum feels fantastic according to the doctor, so I guess that's good. I am the peak of health, James.
That's good news, man. Very good news.
Yeah. Yep.
Did they run your numbers and all that?
Yeah.
And?
Everything's in order.
Huh.
Yep.
There's just this one other little thing that's...
What little thing?
It's on a little small issue.
No, that's fine. He's happy with my progress. That's all I have to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. What else? That's pretty much it.
So, what were your plans, Evan?
I was going to fly to Iceland to see the Northern Lights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'll go next year, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Northern Lights, huh?
Yep.
The Aurora Borealis.
Yep. I like them.
Dude, Iceland.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
Just Iceland. It's gonna be great.
I mean, he's gonna go there. He's gonna look up, and be like, "Cool," and then be like, "All right." No, okay.
No, it's going to be awesome.
I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
it's like when I went to Niagara Falls. It's like, okay,
It's fucking cold out here.
Yeah,
You
true.
know?
Give me
There's
some of that
ice
rotten
everywhere.
fish.
Yeah. Welcome to Reykjavik. Yeah.
whatever. Reykjavik's great. We need to each lose like 100, 200 pounds, and then
Why?
no, there you go. You know,
To be a techno Viking?
Oh, Techno
Yes.
Viking.
I don't know what that is, but yes, that.
I mean, you just
So what I think
embodied
it is.
him perfectly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have to know your meme, Michael.
Yeah.
You have to know your meme, Techno Viking.
Obviously, I don't know my meme, but that's okay.
I mean, it's from like 2004. Get with the times.
There weren't memes in 2004, Evan.
Look, the word meme.
A meme.
Yeah.
Meme, yeah.
I don't like what's become of the word. I'll just say that. It's now anything that's kind of funny. It used to be an established, shared community understanding of an event or an image, and now it doesn't mean that anymore. And I'm fighting it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Your grassroots movement. I got it.
Exactly.
Well, good. Well, in advance, I will say happy birthday.
Thank you.
Another year closer to death.
Yep.
There you go.
It's
big-
coming soon.
The big 3-8.
But yeah.
Oh boy.
I thought you were gonna say like the big 6 feet under, but yeah, 38.
The big black. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
I got you.
big 3-8. That's gonna be a good time, man. Congratulations, buddy.
I appreciate you lying to me like that.
I was gonna ask you actually. I was gonna be like, "What mouse do you want?" And I'll just send you one. I was thinking about this the other day, but I'd kind of slipped my mind.
Nah,
But,
it's all right.
we'll talk. We'll think of something. It's fine.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll hash out the details.
Exactly. I got no. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else to discuss about our weeks past, shall we move on to current events in the form of news?
Let's.
Let us.
We have a new president-elect, semi-officially, I guess. When does it become official? Because, news agencies, they're like announcing it. The numbers are in. Probably going to be a recount. Is there like an organization that has final say over this? Or is it legally undetermined until the current president concedes?
I don't think
No,
it
no,
matters
no.
if he
Nothing to do
concedes.
with that.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the concession thing is like a nicety, like, hey, congratulations, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't
I think
he
every
needs to-
every state submits their certified results.
Okay.
To I don't know to what the national whatever I have no idea.
Right. National Certification Board.
Yeah,
I'd say
I don't know.
probably the National Election Committee, I think, or something
Maybe
like that.
That could
the
be it.
Senate. I don't know who they submitted to. Somebody. And yeah, but yeah, each state needs to like certify their results, and then it all gets tallied up, and that's that.
That makes sense. Oh, speaking of that, so we're all familiar with notaries and getting something notarized. It's like, witness. Did you know there's something called an apostle or apostolized?
No.
It's like a second verification. It's like, yes, I verify that this notarized copy is legal.
Huh. How'd you
Apparently,
find that
that
out?
was. I follow some vloggers who expats moved to Panama and they're trying to become permanent residents, and they were talking about the paperwork to do that, and that's something they brought up, and I thought that's super redundant and unnecessary, and just kind of fit in this part of the conversation, so I brought it up.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like if super redundant and unnecessary, and I'm about to get my cert. Like it's in the
Right?
mail.
Yeah, about to make bank.
It's funny you mentioned expats and all that. Today, while surfing Instagram, let me mix my things here.
Right.
Mix my inks. No. There was an ad for like real estate listings in other countries. I don't know exactly what the deal was, but the one I was looking at, it was for a townhouse in France.
Right.
Right? It was like 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 3 levels. It wasn't in Paris. It was in like Aquitaine or something. I'm not sure where that is, but in France, it was like $93,000 US.
It's not bad.
I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And they were like, it's right in town. It's not far from everything.
Where's
blah, blah, blah.
Aquitaine?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but
In the countryside, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, but either way, it's just something to think about. And I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Huh.
So is that the plan? You're going to move to Aquitaine?
Do it. Well, he doesn't have to now. Remember, he threatened to move to Canada had results turned out differently.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to move to Canada because I can.
That's the right reason.
I like it.
Yeah.
Make us eat our words, Mike.
That's right. No, I've been thinking about it on and off for a while, but there's no reason for me to right now. But if there was like shit's crazy here, or I was like, man, life sucks here, I'm out, then I could go up there, or whatever. But
I mean, why not?
I'm good right now, so we good. No,
If you get a fully remote job, is there any reason you could not go to Canada, like, just until you wanted to come back? Because normally, if we were to go there, we could stay for a month or 3 months or whatever, a tourist visa or something like that. You can just go and stay?
as far as I know, yes.
Okay.
Go
Go rent an apartment or something?
Yeah, if I had a job, that's the problem though. Like the jobs here, they're almost all government, and you're not supposed to bring a government laptop like overseas, quote unquote, or to a foreign country. So,
Right.
Conits.
yeah,
Yep. That's a great term, by the way.
It is.
I mean, you could work as an Amazon call center rep or something.
thanks.
You have the ability.
I'd rather
Mike-
blow my brains out.
Mike's like, thanks. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Jesus.
Although
Christ.
I did just get an email or a text message from Buddy, actually an old acquaintance of both of ours, Evan,
Yes.
who is getting a job at Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but something tech related, I believe.
Good for them.
Yeah. So he was like, "You want a job at Amazon?" like okay, man, relax. Like,
Do it.
I know. I heard that
Probably
place is
working on the
crazy though,
cloud or
man. I don't know if I
something like
want. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to work there, man. I hear it's like all crazy, But
I don't know if that applies to like their tech sectors.
I thought I heard that for the tech stuff too, but I don't know.
Oh, well.
I mean, obviously you're not going to be running around a warehouse filling boxes or whatever, but it's going to be like, hey, did you get 39 tickets done today or what? Like who knows?
Probably same kind of work culture.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, I'll talk to him after a while, see how he likes it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but President-elect. I was about to be like President-elect Trump. President-elect Biden and Kamala. How do you say her name? Kamala.
I believe that's correct. Yeah. Future president
half
when Joe
black,
Biden kicks it in like 7 months.
half black, half is it
It's like,
Indian?
yeah, red dot,
Yep.
not feather.
Yep.
Okay.
Jay-Z made it okay. It's okay to say that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool. We were watching MSNBC in the hotel room, so of course that's a little, left leaning.
Sure.
So they're having people on who are like, so what do you think about this? And they're like, good, fuck Trump. Like basically, they're not
Jesus
saying like
Christ.
that, but almost.
Yeah.
They're like, they're like pretty gangster out there. We were like, god damn. We're like, okay, like these people don't care, But no, it's pretty good. I'm happy. I asked my mom how it was when she heard. She said it was around noon,
Mm-hmm.
and she said she's watching the TV, seeing that everything's going crazy in DC and everywhere. She's like, oh, I gotta go downstairs, So she said she headed down the hallway and she heard the TVs in everyone's apartment like turned all the way up, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, and then she goes downstairs and she's there and she's like, people are honking their horns just here, and like banging pots and pans and all kinds of shit. She said that lasted for like 2 hours.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. So we were like incommunicado in our guitar class when all this is going on.
Yeah.
We're not looking at nothing. We're not getting messages, nothing, So we're like, get out. We get back to the hotel. We're like, oh shit. Like, and we saw that, in New York and everywhere, like it's going crazy. It's popping off,
Yep.
And
that it is.
Rightfully so. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm down. You guys heard that Trump is, filing suit here, there, everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he had. I mean, well, it's not. I don't think he doesn't have a. I think only in one state he has like a legal leg to stand on. I think for the most part he doesn't have any legal basis for most of it, and I think in a few of the states he's trying to sue in, there has to be a less than so many percentage points of difference between the votes to for a recount or for something like that, and it doesn't meet that threshold. And then of course they've been priming us for voter fraud, saying voter fraud is going to run rampant. They've been priming it for us for like months and months to try to mitigate this exact thing happening, and it's not working. It didn't work. I think the problem is you spend an entire 4 years lying to everybody and being proven that you're someone who should be ignored. When you do say something, people are going to ignore it. So now people like they released all that shit about Biden's son that is probably true. We don't know. It hasn't been disputed.
Some truth in it, probably.
Yeah, there's some truth mixed in it, probably. Yeah, and everyone ignored it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They could have been like, Hunter Biden boiled a child alive and ate baby legs. You know what I mean? And nobody cares. Like nobody gives a shit.
They're like, cool, Biden.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, Biden. We love when you say his name. He's not Trump. Hooray.
Pretty much. Yeah. I feel bad for Joe Biden just because he's like not Trump. Like they could have been like, elect Trump or this roll of toilet paper or this roll of paper towels. And everyone would be like, paper towels, done. Let's go.
You're right.
That's
I don't feel bad for him though.
Mr. Bounty, let's go. Let's
do
it.
Don't feel bad for him though, because he's gonna be the president of the United States. So don't feel, and he's old as fuck. So he'll probably die in office. He'll be the first president to die in office in many years. It'll be great for him.
True.
He'll have many firsts, and he brought the first female VP of color and probably the first female president in office. So he's in good shape. He's going to go down in the history books. Trump will be a horrible, nightmarish blip in the history books. Notorious. He'll be notorious and infamous in the history books, and Joe Biden will be a hero of history, an enlightened individual who brought us Princess Kamala.
Right.
Probably. And brought the golden age of estrogen-laden politics. Like, who knows? Like, who knows what'll happen? But I'm excited about it. It should be a good time. Not because Kamala Harris is good. She's not. She's horrible. But she's not Donald Trump either, so that's also cool.
She's not Mike Pence either. So,
Yeah, exactly. Not Mike Pence.
Time will
um,
tell. Her
I
actions
saw.
will speak.
Well, yeah. I saw this tweet. I just sent you guys a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
It's like history of U.S. vice president. It's like what it's all done in emojis, right? So it's all like white guy, white guy, white guy, white guy, da, 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 da. But then there's one that looks a little off. Then it's like white guy, white guy, white guy, white guy. Then it's all the way at the end. A black woman. It's like and that's Kamala Harris, right?
Who's the one who
Kamala,
looks
right? The one that looks a little wacky.
Yeah.
I think that's Spiro Agnew, but I could be wrong.
The Greek.
Yeah, I would have to count these, which I haven't done, so
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know that's far enough back, or too far back. But my assumption it's Spiro Agnew.
No,
That'd be in like the early 1900s.
How many vice presidents have been? I don't even. How many
as many presidents?
No, I'm saying there's only been 46 presidents, right?
45 technically,
I mean, yeah.
but we skip over that. It's 46 now. Yeah.
Yeah, but some are elected, some are not, some are
Right.
Yeah,
So maybe
that's
it's
the
even
problem.
lower.
That's the problem because but then if the vice president becomes president, who becomes the
Right.
vice president? Nobody, or is someone else move up? What happens?
Is it? That's a very good good point. I do not know.
So Kennedy was assassinated, right? And who became president? LBJ?
Yeah. Yeah, there's 58 people on that list, so that's not the net. That's just a random. It's random.
Oh, could be.
There's no way we didn't have 58 presidents or 58 vice presidents. It's just too many, even to compensate for people dying and change of power and all that kind of weird shit.
Many lives were lost.
Michael's gonna check, but I don't think that I don't. Yeah, many lives were lost. I mean, we've only had what
in the Clone Wars of 95 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we've only had what 2 assassinations.
Oh boy. Okay, so the current vice president is number 48.
Okay. Yeah.
Miss Harris will be number 49.
Oh wait, that's 3 rows of 13. Actually, that is correct. I got that number wrong. I thought it was 3 rows of 15. 3 rows of
Nelson Rockefeller was a vice president. Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
30.
love that.
Huh?
Nothing.
Spiro Agnew, 1969 to 1973.
Oh, this is wrong. They have 46 people here, so that might be Spiro Agnew. It might be the one you're talking about. But this isn't the right number of vice presidents, since you said they are 50-something. They're 49. They have 46 exactly here. But that's cool. They're having fun. I mean, I appreciate the semi-accuracy. They actually made an effort to get it right. That's cool, man.
True.
Right. So let's see. There was no vice president after Lyndon B. Johnson became president.
He has to appoint someone, or he had to just say, "Hey, Jeff, you want to do it?" I guess it's same as an appointment, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it works.
I'm pretty sure he just has to ask like Derek or Jeff, one of the guys.
Maybe there's nothing written in the Constitution about it.
I don't know. There definitely is. It's in the it's part of succession. It definitely is somebody. He probably should just select somebody, because you don't vote for the vice president, you vote for the president. So
you're voting for both.
I mean,
it's a package deal.
Are you really? Because you don't know who the vice president is going to be when they're doing the primary. I'm sure if Joe Biden had said, "I'm going to have Kamala as my VP 100% in the primary," he probably would have crushed the primary way ahead of like when they had it going. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know though. I mean, we're just debating random things now though. All right, what else we got? What's next? Are we just
what
rolling
else?
in here?
Looks like we have something here from Vox.
Funny.
This is funny. So
looks funny.
Evan found this before me, but I found it, and he happened to see me posted. He's like, "Oh, that's good." So apparently, okay, so they posted they either sent a tweet out or something saying we're gonna do a press conference at the Four Seasons, okay? And Donald Trump thought it was gonna be the Four Seasons Hotel, right? And I guess he must have posted or something. I don't know how he was involved, but he seemed to be very upset about where they ended up doing it. But it turns out instead of the Four Seasons Hotel in Philadelphia, they did it at the Four Seasons. Oh boy, let me read this. Four Seasons Landscaping, basically in the warehouse district in a parking lot in like out in the warehouse district of Philadelphia somewhere. Now it's just weird because the hotel was like, nope, this isn't us. We didn't do this, And it I don't know if it was a mistake or a bungle or what it was, but it's a weird random place, and it's almost people are like kind of equating it to almost like you go from like we're doing everything at Trump Tower to now we're outside of a car wash. You know what I mean? Like it's like how the mighty have fallen. Here's Rudy Giuliani in a parking lot in front of the Four Seasons, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's like landscaping and barbecue company.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if it was
Mini Mall. You know?
That's great. Yeah, that'd be great if he was there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's great. I wonder if it was like an insider troll.
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there was some kind of bungle. I mean, I don't know why they'd go there, honestly. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Unless it would not surprise me if somebody did not call. They said, book us the Four Seasons. And somebody called that place. And this person's like, yeah, I'd love to have you guys. I'm a Trump supporter. Yeah, Trump. And he gave them the address, and they fucking went out there and they said, fuck it. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
too late.
up.
Too late to do anything else.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's so funny. That's so crazy. Yeah, I saw this today. I was like, what? It's like through a series of bungles, like it ended up here. That's funny. All right. Is it okay if we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this from a couple weeks ago, but still applies. Taiwan, ROC, The Rock. They are 200 days and going without a COVID-19 infection.
Oh, Taiwan is going in, dude.
Yeah.
They're going in. Not only do they have
crazy.
some of the finest women in Asia next to Koreans, but they're not fucking around with this COVID shit.
They follow the rules strictly.
And they're telling China to go fuck off, which I appreciate.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Good luck with it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish fucking Biden would go recognize them. You know?
Maybe he will.
He won't. He's a pussy.
Trump did that to Israel, because why wouldn't you? I don't know. But
yeah, because Israel's awesome. They don't do anything bad. They're great.
they're our homies.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's little America.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of wherever.
Yeah.
Surrounded by enemies.
In the middle of Sweatland. Surrounded by enemies that they refuse to fucking fix anything with, and while they subjugate a people in their own lands. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, Israel's great.
Sounds familiar.
Yep.
What are you insinuating, Mike? Are you trying to make a comparison to the cleansing of the filthy natives that happened in this country many years ago?
Spice.
Is that what you're trying to make that comparison?
I am making that comparison.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay.
At least Native Americans got casinos though, and they can make cigarettes, sell all the cigarettes they want.
True.
It balances it out.
Yeah, it's cool.
The Palestinians, they're just like, they ain't got no cigarettes. They ain't got no casinos over there, buddy. All they got is fucking rocks, heat, and fucking the Jewish armed forces. Shrapnel, yeah. Oh, boy.
Side.
Yeah, man. Jesus. Yeah, man. The world. What a place.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good for Taiwan.
Yeah. Every time I talk about Taiwan or think about Taiwan, there's a few like Instagram models I follow who are from Taiwan. I think Michael put me onto a couple, and I picked up a few. And I'm just like, man, this place is so great. Like, it's like the non-Japanese Asia you want to see. You know what I mean? And by all accounts, it is what China could have been and should have been. You know, minus they diverted with the whole people's uprising or whatever that just turned into what it turned into. You know what I mean? But it's like
Yeah.
they're like China, like the perfect China, like where I was talking like a few weeks back. I was like, I wish we could have an experimental city about what is the perfect little America. Like that's China, that's Taiwan. Taiwan's like we are the perfect encapsulated China, based upon the political structure and everything that China had before this whole shit happened. You know, it's like perfect. So, and I mean, I'm sure it's not perfect. I'm sure it has all kinds of things going on, but at the same time, it's like right in the sweet spot. You know, it's kind of sad. I feel like, and there, like, I can't imagine what it'd be like to live there and be like always thinking like, is China coming over to fuck with us
Right.
tomorrow? Like, is the world going to turn its head and China going to take a shit on us while no one's looking? You know, and no one seems to care. Like they can't get any support. No one's having bilateral talks with Taiwan. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That'd actually be a bonus to be able to live there as a foreign citizen, because then if something, pops off, they're like, okay, get out. Not like if you were a Taiwanese citizen, there's no. I mean, I guess you go on vacation somewhere, but that's your country. You can't just leave.
yeah. Well, I'm assuming they must have a passport, right?
Yes, of course.
But their passport recognized in China?
It says Republic of China on it.
Are you serious?
Uh huh.
No,
Oh.
but that's different from China.
Right.
So
Taiwan is Taiwan Republic of China, and China's just like China or something.
Yeah, it's like saying Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, right? Something, right? It's like two different places.
Yeah,
At least on their passport. It's not like China's like, well, we don't care. We're giving you passports. You're using ours. It's not like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like
But soon enough, it'll be like
Republic
annexed.
of China, and then Taiwan, Republic of China. They should just drop that Republic of China shit. Just be like, well, we're Taiwan B.
Well,
We're
as
our
a slight dig to the mainland on the newer version of their passports, they shrunk Republic of China to be super small.
really?
Yeah.
Huh? Because
Nice.
go fuck yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
Who was
good
it?
for
Was
them.
it you, Michael, this week who said something funny? You're like, we're like all talking, and you're like, chickadee China, the Chinese chicken, or whatever.
That
Was
was
it
Jamie.
you? Was Jamie? Oh, okay.
Jamie
All right.
posted that on Facebook or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. It's like the
Give
kung
them
fu.
credit where credit's due. Thank you
Yeah.
for the laugh,
It was
Jamie.
the time. The time was perfect. Timing was perfect. It sounded a little racist at the time. Then I was like, oh, that's a lyric from a song. It's okay then, I guess.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So good news about Taiwan.
So wait, what's the secret here? How'd they do it, Michael?
What do you think the secret is, James?
I think I have a
rule following?
theory that
Masked?
the public respects each other and follows the recommended guidelines.
I mean, this has got to be beyond this. It's gonna be a strict lockdown as well, right? Like keeping outsiders out.
Well, they put
Could be.
everyone into quarantine for 2 weeks who comes in, at the hotel. And they're like, we'll bring you food. We'll bring you everything. Just stay here. Stay in your fucking room. And then, of course, China or Taiwan and all kinds of places in a lot of countries in Asia, they respect the mask,
Yeah.
So, like, they're used to wearing it. Like, if you're, like, thinking like you have a cold or you're coming down with something, like, you would wear a mask yourself when you go out in public because you don't want to make other people sick. Like, that's just part of their culture there.
Mhm.
So they don't mind wearing masks. They don't think it looks dumb or whatever. Like, I can't breathe. Like that's not a thing over there, you know.
It doesn't infringe upon their freedom.
Freedom, freedom, freedom. Oi, yeah. So all of that, I think, has helped. They also have been like super on their game. Like we didn't start doing shit till like March, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing stuff back in like December 31st.
Immediately.
You know? We're like,
Yeah.
Good for them, man. Good for them.
Smart.
We have to go to Taiwan. We have to go to Taiwan
I would like to go.
to catch some women. I mean, to see the sights.
Oh my.
All right, cool.
Well, we got to go a few places: Japan, South Korea, Taiwan.
Yep. All in pursuit of catching women.
Oh my. Okay.
Catching them slipping. Got a
You're not
canvas
wrong.
bag for you, girl. Hop in. Hop in this old sack.
The wedding sack,
A wedding sack. That's right.
according to Borat.
Very nice. Yeah. All right.
Sorry, brief interruption. Did you guys see Borat 2?
I did not.
I have
I
not.
haven't seen Bora 1.
Okay. Oh.
Have you seen it?
Oh. Yeah, I watched it.
The
Is it
cringe
good?
is
It's
so
funny,
deep.
right?
First one's better. The second one's
Yeah.
decent.
Okay.
It's so much. It got to be so much.
James,
cringe,
you never
man.
saw the first one?
I can't. I've seen snippets of it, man. I can't.
James,
get the
it's
cringe.
so funny.
The cringe, man. It makes me fuck.
Dude. The running of the Jew. Oh my god.
Oh,
Like,
I can't, man. I can't.
it's like so over the top crazy. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, one of the best scenes to me, like he's with his fat buddy, you know, they're touring around America, right? This is in the first movie.
Mhm.
Yep.
And they go to like this like bed and breakfast, or I don't know what it is, right? They're basically staying at this old Jewish couple's house, right? Like the people open the door and they're fucking, you know, the dude's wearing a yarmulke and everything. And they're like, hello, you know, and he's like, hello, like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
like, you know, I didn't realize they're Jewish, you know? So, yeah, I mean, of course, it's all an act, right? But anyway, they're in there and they're like in their rooms, like going to bed, and like some like cockroaches come through the door or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, the Jews, they've transformed.
Yeah. The
And they start-
shapeshifters.
Yeah, they threw money at them so they go
Yeah.
away.
It's funny.
You're like, what the fuck? Like, it's so crazy. But it's great. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
If you want to watch the second one, it's free on Amazon Prime Video.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Anyways, back on
Very
topic.
Very
Chappelle's
nice.
show.
Yeah. So this is just Chappelle's opening, his stand up, his opener from Saturday Night Live this past weekend. This is like post finding out Biden won, and so it's basically all about that, and you know the usual Chappelle charm, usual Chappelle stuff, his usual fare. It's very spicy, honestly. It's probably the spiciest thing he's done in a long time. It hurt me to watch it. It definitely was funny, you know, but it's spicy. It's not for the weak of heart. You know what I mean?
Really?
It's spicy.
I read it wasn't that spicy.
It's bullshit. I think people are just getting dead inside, and so stuff that's spicy.
So they're like, nah, it's fine. It's normal.
Yeah, no, dude. He's like. Well, I mean, at one point he's like, white people, we're gonna show you how. Come get these nigga classes. I was like, oh my god, what are you talking about, Dave? You know, and he goes in on white people as a whole, and I'm like, oh my god, on Saturday Night Live. I don't know. There's one thing you go to if you see his show and you're just like, okay, it's his stage show. He's gonna go and say crazy stuff, right? It's something different at Saturday Night Live. I feel like there's like got to be a level to this shit. And then he tells a few jokes that are just like, whoa, you know, chill out, bro. You know, what are you doing? But I thought they were funny. But I know that's just not for everybody. Somebody's walking out of there like with their fucking feelings hurt, you know. And I feel like
same thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say I feel like since he had the trans shit happen like a few years ago, he's leaned more into that. Like he's like, oh, you're offended? Well, please fuck right off. You know, let's hear some more. You know what I mean? So he does a lot more of that. He does more of that than he does in his Netflix shows this episode of trying to offend people, like directly trying to offend people. So again, I wasn't offended. I didn't have any problem with it. I wasn't the target audience to be offended, and I think most open people will be like fine with it, but still. So I know some people are sensitive out there.
Well, what I was just going to say is I heard that, and I forget if we talked about this or not, but I heard that Bill Burr did an opening monologue on Saturday Night Live in the not too distant past, and some considered it quite spicy as well.
I heard about that, but I did not watch it.
Yeah, I did not watch it either.
We'll have to look for that.
Yeah. Talking about, I believe it was centered around cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. Well, we'll have to check out that Dave Chappelle thing.
Yeah, it's funny.
So, I'm sure it's good.
Well, I'm glad he's doing comedy again.
I mean, so to bring some perspective, he did the monologue 4 years ago, right after we found out that Trump was going to be president.
Yeah, exactly. And he stood up there and he was like, remember for, and so he does close off in a really powerful way. That's why I think if you can push through, if you're a Trump supporter, or if you're not a person who supports Joe Biden and you're angry about this election, and I'm with him here. Like, I haven't been shoving this in people's faces. Like, I know what it feels like to lose. It sucks to lose. It sucks to be in a bad place. It sucks to have the stuff you believe in, like, get fucking shattered and thrown away. It totally sucks, right? But he does a good job in the end of saying, look, let's not be sore winners. Let's not, brutalize these people out here. They're human beings just like the rest of us. They're trying to make it happen in their lives, and we need to do what we can to soften this blow and move on and move forward. He does a great job at that. I mean, I can't do it justice what he says, but yeah, so it's worth watching. You know what I mean? Definitely worth watching. It's spicy, for sure. But the last 2 minutes are him kind of being like, be good to each other, Americans. We're all in this together. Da 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 da. That kind of fair. It was all right. So
well, good. I will definitely watch it.
Yeah. The next one's mine too, actually. So I watched this the other day. I watched it I didn't know it was an hour long. Okay. Michael runs back on screen. He's like, I've killed the goblins. So everything's good. I love that. He kind of falls back in the frame.
Yeah, he dashed back in, then looked back behind him.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God. All right, cool.
No, I had to go open the window. It was I was about to die in here.
Okay.
So
that's all.
I know most of you guys probably don't know who Vic Berger is. Probably if you're probably most of the people I know don't know who Vic Berger is. If you're on liberal Twitter, you might know who he is. You probably do. He's I don't know what you'd call him. He does memes, like Twitter meme stuff. He also does a lot of political meme shit. But he's very funny. He's like a internet funny guy. You know what I mean? So he has this supercut, and I can only call it a supercut. It's called A Portrait of Donald J. Trump. And it's literally an hour and 7 minutes of just Trump talking about stuff. But it's the way it's assembled is like the first set of clips is them making fun of Trump. Like Obama at the White House press luncheon thing. They said, he's like, Trump will never be president. Donald Trump's in the fucking audience, and they're going in on this fucking guy, going in on him, and how salty Trump looks and everything. They're zooming in on his face. Look at this it's the face of madness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then they show him getting inaugurated, and basically from that point on, they start saying okay, and they don't frame it in any kind of way. They just show it to you. So it's the first clip might be Trump saying, I'm the best guy who does blah. And then it'll be a clip after clip after clip after clip after clip of him saying, I'm the best guy who does this thing or that thing. And then at the end, they'll list all the things that he's the best guy at doing it. And then they'll do another one and another one. So there's all these different things that Trump's like, I'm the best at. Or times when Trump says, it's got to be good genes. You've got good genes. This guy said, this kid, he's got great genes. It's in the genes. It's in the genes, And then times he said crazy racist stuff. You're like, stuff that bypassed us on the first pass. Like he's talking about the good genes, and he says, yeah, it's all in the breeding. He said, you know what they say about breeding? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa.
Oh, he's a fan of eugenics as well.
Yeah,
we have this in common.
He's a eugenicist. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so there's one, and mind you, I watched this at like 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I was half awake and I didn't know what I was getting into. I just knew Vic Berger was funny. I didn't look how long it was, and it just went on and on. And I was like, how long is this? But I didn't, honestly, it didn't connect with me until I finished. I was like, I've been watching this for an hour. You know, so you're not going to realize you're watching it because it's honestly informative in a weird way because you get to see all these crazy things Trump said, you know, and you see how it's all just repeated. Like he comes off more like a used car salesman than ever before. Like this is a supercut that the world needed, you know. One of the things that he said, which I didn't know he said a lot, but apparently he said enough of it that they were able to cut together 10 minutes. There's a 10-minute chunk in the middle of this video of him just saying billions. So he's like billions and billions and billions and billions, and it's 10 minutes straight of that, and he never repeats once. It's fucking crazy, you know. So I don't know, man. I would say I don't think this is for everybody, but if you want to punish yourself, you want to have a few laughs in there, turn this on while you're reading or playing a video game, or you know you're trying to jerk off, you know, or you're trying to bring yourself down from jerking off, or take yourself up to jerk off. I don't know, you know, or maybe
edge it for a while.
You want to edge for a while, you know. This is the video to watch. Turn it on, let it play. Just put your headphones on and just listen to Donald Trump talk about, you know, how he's the best at soccer or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's an amazing video. It's funny. You're gonna enjoy it. I laughed several times, you know. But it's more like morbid curiosity, like watching a train crash. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. This is this is one of those things you cannot hurt yourself by just jumping around. You know, I never like people when they say, "Oh, I just jumped through it." No, but this one you go go back and forth because it's all like you know, a mixed bag of random things, and it's fine to consume it that way.
That's a good tip. It actually reminds me of something. Something that I personally find annoying on YouTube videos where the timeline is like segmented and the segments have names to them. Mm-hmm. I hate that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that at all. Because I like a smooth timeline. I can jump, you know, unobstructed. If I want to know when they talk about a certain topic or something, usually within the first 3 comments, someone has laid out timestamps and I can click on that. I just find it distracting. Personal preference.
I like the timestamps. I like the it feels like, I mean, I've never used them, but I appreciate, I'm like, oh, okay, they're helping me navigate through this video so I can avoid the stuff I don't care about. Yeah. You know?
That's fair. Nothing in stranger danger. The internet is safe. I'm going to skip down to entertainment. I have the first 2 links in here. I'm actually going to swap the order. So I'm going to start with Kebert Zella. We have lost a great man. Alex Trebek has died at the age of 80 from pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Jeopardy will never be the same.
GG, fam. He's a guy. Also, Sean Connery.
GG rip. Yeah, Sean Connery's also dead, but you know.
Yeah.
He had it coming. He was like 99 or something. Who knows?
Yeah, he's a kind of a piece of shit. I love Sean Connery, but he's also kind of a piece of shit.
He's like, when your woman opens her mouth, just slap it shut.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, fucking Alex Trebek, man, what a guy. What a great guy.
I guess I was not aware that he was having any health issues, but that's my own fault.
Leukemia or
pancreatic cancer.
Oh, you just said it. Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's okay. And from what I understand, pancreatic cancer is a pretty vicious one to get.
Yeah, that's what the old Steve Jobs had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
It'll get you. Classic pancreas move.
Classic organ meat cancer.
Oh.
Okay.
My duodenum. Yeah.
Now, Mike, do you know what the duodenum is?
It's the flap that Rick's missing.
It's not, but it is kind of a flap.
And it was flap related.
Yeah,
Throat,
I mean,
isn't it?
no, it is. I think it's where your stomach empties into your small intestine, or where your small intestine empties into your colon.
Oh, my duodenum.
Yeah,
The classics. I love it.
good old Family Guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Star Trek Discovery Season 3. We talked about the first episode. Any
No
thoughts on
spoilers.
episodes
No spoilers. No,
2 through 4? Well, actually, Mike, are you caught up? And James, are
I'm
you
not
caught
at all.
up?
I've only seen the first episode.
Oh.
Well, the following 3 episodes are way better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Really?
they are. They are.
Okay. I
The first episode is just a
haven't
gross
got it.
tease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch it. So.
Yeah.
Glowing
All right.
forehead, talking to worms, shit like
It's
that.
dumb. It's dumb. Yeah.
Yep.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
But Mike, now we got space pirates, we got space cowboys. A further emphasis on the personal transporters, which it's about fucking time. Those things are awesome.
Oh yeah. Right.
We got
Yeah,
a cool fight
obviously.
scene. You know,
Uh-huh.
all kinds of good stuff.
I'm looking for some technology transfer, man.
Yeah.
Like, when are they going to sit down and be like, dude, let's time for an upgrade? You know, like there's so in you didn't see this, Michael. I'm not gonna spoil. It's not a spoil, but there's a scene where they're like, they need to get this part, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'll just make it with nano frame technology." He just makes it, forms it out of air, and I was like, "That's cool." And look, people are complaining about Discovery, and me and Evan discussed this in our chat. I think you may or may not have seen it, Michael. People are complaining about Discovery,
I
right?
A little bit of it.
And I posted a video of a guy who's really frustrated with Discovery, right? And I like this guy's the critical drinker. I like his videos sometimes. But this particular video, I was just like, he's right. But I still like Discovery. You know what I mean? Because it stands alone, and they're doing a great job of making a standalone show that's not a Star Trek show. You know, I'm not saying that the Star Trek formula is my favorite, but I liked what Star Trek had to offer, but I also like what Discovery has to offer. It's something new and different, and I'm glad. And that's a beautiful thing about going 900 years in the future. It's like, okay, now we can totally do something. We can reframe the entire narrative, you know, about what the Federation is, what Star Trek is, what these characters are, what's expected of us, you know. And it's a place for the characters to be constantly tested. You know, their beliefs, their morals, you know. One thing I do complain about here is Solniqua Martin Green. Her character has this kind of like, she's a very poor actress. Like, she's just not a good actress, which is sad. And it could be that she's just not given proper direction, but all the other characters can act okay. So I think it's just her.
Maybe she's overacting.
I don't think she has the range. That's what I think. I don't think it's even over. I think she has, like, I mean, I think the guy in the critical drinker hit it on the head. And I'm not going to share that video with you because it's very negative, and I don't want people to think that's where we're coming from, because I don't believe this about the show. But he is right, and it's something I said for a long time. She has like 3 faces. You know, it's like crazy sad, like overacted sad, like, or, you know, like stoic.
Yeah.
And then like fucking like an attempt
maybe
at
shock.
Shock. Yeah, that's it. And that's it. You know what I mean? It's like everything she does, everything else, it falls right in that category, and there's nothing in between. There's no range, no variance. And she just, like, I don't know, needs better acting classes or whatever. She's got a great butt. She's cute. I'd fucking, dude, I would clean her fucking pool to sniff her drawers, to sniff her fucking swimsuit when her and her husband leave the house. I don't care. But still, you know, she can't act, you know. But I don't mind. Honestly, I can live with her in that position, though. I can live with her in that role. I can look past that. And Evan, we talked about this. You said it perfectly well. It's like, I can look past that stuff. I'm enjoying the show, you know, and I feel the same way.
I really like the stories in these episodes, and the technology is cool. The guy just like draws something into existence, basically. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, this is what I want to see in Star Trek, you know? I want to see them like lean into like AI which is what it seems like we're getting hints of that,
Oh,
and augment
yes, the
and
voice.
and nanotechnology. And I mean, not nanotechnology, what's it called? Nanites, whatever,
Yeah.
It seemed like that's what that was. But yeah, and Michael, the thing from the voice from the short trek comes into this most recent episode, I think.
Yes.
Is that a leap here, or I think that's fair?
Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, what surprised me is how Saru was like, "Oh, the computer voice just changed. It's all good. I'll listen to it." Not like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, okay, dude. So I find that problematic. Like Saru, I guess I could swallow the fact that Saru doesn't know how to deal with like help his staff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, you've been an officer in the Federation for more than like 3 hours. Like you should know,
Yeah.
and an officer, a command level officer, they have to have classes on how to like help your underlings. You know what I mean? Like basic like it's a basic management thing that like that's why morale is a basic management thing. I'm kind of surprised that he has to ask the computer about that, and then the computer voice changes and it's fucking weird, and his reaction is like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is like really bad. Like of all the things that they like, this show is filled with stuff like that. It's filled with weird inconsistencies and strange that character dialogue, and characters not reacting properly to the right things, and characters arguing and then focusing on arguments that we don't need to care about. Like Tilly and the guy are having an argument in the most recent episode, and I was like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. I don't give a shit about. I like Stamets, but I don't really care about all of this. Like Stamets' feelings and not wanting to share his power with. I don't give a shit. And the girl, the fucking robot with the robot head, I don't really give a fuck about her PTSD, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
I thought there was more to that than just PTSD, didn't you? I thought
Maybe
they
there
were gonna say,
will
"Oh,
be.
the fucking shit is in her head," like or some shit like the fucking virus has jumped in her brain and the time release. But that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, no, I've got PTSD. I'm sad. Look, okay, feelings. I get it. Okay.
I mean, it could be her. I mean, her face. By the way, this is a little bit of a spoiler. In the second episode, when Discovery arrives in the future, it crash lands onto a hosed planet, which is cool.
Yeah,
They survive miraculously, and her face gets like smashed into the console. And I mean, maybe there were some sphere nanites going through her console that got into her blood. I don't know. That's a very far stretch, but
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe something happened to her.
yeah, I did like that they kind of fought. I like to see, even though it's not something to really care about. It shows a different side of her character, and I like that.
I mean, it humanizes them. So okay, let me be straight with you here. So, Michael, this is mild spoil, but in the most recent episode,
That's fine.
there's a scene where they're all having dinner, like the whole bridge crew minus Michael Burnham is having dinner, right? And while they're having dinner, the redheaded chick who has a shaved sides and the robot shit, cybernetic shit on her head, the pilot,
Kayla Detmer.
Yeah, Kayla Detmer, who she could also fucking receive it, okay, in a big way.
Love it.
Absolutely. Oh boy. So she goes in this whole they're trying to do this thing like where they're like, oh, tell a story or to make a song joke or look, honestly, I'll be straight with you. I fast forwarded through a lot of it. Okay. But I clipped into that part and I saw them like doing a thing. And they were like, okay, Detmer, you do it. And she was like, I don't want to do it. And she was like really like having like a PTSD moment. She's like, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, do it. And she's like, no. And they're like, do it. She's like, okay. And she was like, and so then she goes, and mind you, the whole bridge crew's there, Michael. This heifer, she's like, Stamets' blood is on the floor. Stamets' blood is on the floor. Stamets' blood. And she's like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And I was like, okay, I get they're trying to do a thing here, but it's so awkward and so cringe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care what you're personally going through. I can't imagine you have to work with these people every day. You know them. You wouldn't do that. You know, you wouldn't do what she just did. Like that's not a real thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
probably
trying
not.
to. They're now look. I don't mind having them argue. I like anything that humanizes those characters. And I think this show does a better job of that than any other Star Trek. You don't just see like a robot who plays the violin and who has a cat like Captain Data, or Riker who sits funny on a chair and fucks everybody. Like there's actually depth to these characters. Like tell me anything about Geordie LaForge. Nothing. You don't know shit about him. Does he have a family, wife, kids? Has he gotten laid before? Like we have no idea, except for the shows with the episodes they try to focus on that stuff. But these characters feel real. Like Tilly has a family. She loves them. She cares about them. Like these things, people feel real. But I just feel like these overdone cringe moments are kind of like it's a little too much. You know what I mean? It's like a little too much. You know what I love though? One of my favorite things. Okay, number one, if I was gay, dude, the fucking doctor. Oh,
Right.
fucking take my heart away, buddy. Okay, he's my man of the year. All right, all right. And I've loved that guy since my so-called life. All right, but yeah, dude. So the relationship between him and Stamets, I'm on board. I love it. I think it's great. I love it. I love that Stamets is like this little bitch, and this guy's like just this handsome, dashing dude in a white suit. It's fucking great. I mean, I'm on board. I love it. My masculinity is safe. In his strong Puerto Rican arms.
It's true. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've gone on. I'm very passionate about this show. It's a great season so far. I'm very pleased.
As am I. Mike, we look forward
Yes,
to
sir.
your contribution next week when you're all caught up.
Michael,
Thank
know what
you,
we
sir.
should do? We should do, just because I know you have a hard time watching every week, we should do a watch party. We should do a watch party of this every Thursday.
I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll do it. We'll watch it together. That way we all get to watch it, and then we'll just we can talk about it on the show.
Perfect.
Looks like I've been bullied.
Like, I don't wanna. No, it's fine.
All right.
So I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever.
That's okay.
Like hashtag nah. No.
I look forward to our watch parties.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
And
Killer Clown.
speaking of watch parties,
Killer Clowns. So this past week we watched a movie called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's from the 80s. It's a bad movie, but it has become a cult classic. I had seen it, but it was so long ago that I really barely remembered what happened in the movie. And so we watched it this past week. You were there, Evan.
yeah, it's a fun bad movie.
Yeah, it is a fun bad movie. Exactly. James, did you catch it? No, right?
No, I didn't catch it.
Well, it's too bad. But we had a good time. It's basically, if you don't know what it's about clowns who land. So the aliens that come from outer space, they land, but everything about them is clown-like for some reason. Like they look like clowns. They have weapons that look like clown weapons. They drive around in clown cars. Their spaceship is a giant, like, circus tent looking thing.
But I mean, it's very advanced technology. To us,
is.
it's just clowns.
They're, putting people in cocoons that are made out of, it seems like cotton candy, so they can drink their blood or whatever. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy movie, but it's fun. It's a fun watch.
Yeah,
So if you've never seen it, I highly recommend you check it out.
I concur.
Oh, what's this? A late edition?
Yes.
Yeah, I just threw this in. Yeah, Mandalorian's back. It just started 30th. I think
Season 2.
October 30th.
Now, do they? I'm forgetting what happened last year. Do they release episode by episode, or do they dump the whole season at once?
No, they do it once a week.
Okay.
Pretty depressing. Yeah, they do it once a week. So yeah, that'll be. It's on episode 2 right now. It's predictably good. It's a space cowboy thing. Basically, space bounty hunter, cowboy, whatever you want to call it. Um, feels very much like the Quick and the Dead or the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But yeah, I mean, the first episode, yeah, I think the first episode, the original, and I mean, is a big spoil. You guys care?
No.
Yeah, the Bubba Fett's in it,
Mm-hmm.
but he's only glimpsed. But it's him. It's the same guy who plays that character, and his armor shows up in it. I don't know how people put that together, but I was like, that's 100% that guy. It's the same guy, and they show him for like 2 seconds in the end. He turns and looks at the camera, and walks toward the camera to walk away from where the Mandalorian is. Like he sees him, he's like, oh no, I'm not, fuck that guy, you know. But
Drama.
yeah. I mean, well, I guess he lost his armor to this in the Sarlacc pit. This is Boba Fett from the Sarlacc pit,
Mm-hmm.
and he must have gotten out of the Sarlacc pit and just said fuck it. You know what I mean? Didn't have his armors wandering around the fucking desert on Tatooine or Dagobah, where the fuck they are, Tatooine, I think. And then his armor, some guy bought his armor off of some. I want to call them snorks, but they're not snorks. The fucking wee.
Swim along with the snorks.
Yeah. Michael, what is that called? Wee.
Jawas?
Jawas, yeah. So he buys the armor off the Jawas, and he uses the armor to kind of impose law and order on this like middle of nowhere town in Tatooine, and it turns out that is it's what's called armor. So it's kind of cool. And then the Mandalorian, he doesn't have a fucking name, just call him Mando. Mando gets the armor back. So it was cool though. It was a fun episode, and the most recent episode is fucking horrible with horrible implications. There's baby eating, like a ton of baby eating.
Oof.
Yeah. Yoda, the baby Yoda, just eats so many babies. He eats like a ton of children. It's very disturbing, actually. Actually, extremely disturbing, but it's good. I mean, they're all good episodes. So yeah, if you're into Mandalorian, go watch it. You know what I mean? It's.
I was going to say, if you're into baby eating, check it out.
Yeah.
Babies eating babies, all that.
That's right. Babies eating babies. That's exactly what it is, Michael. Babies eating babies. Oh boy.
That actually reminds me of a movie I watched about 20 minutes of. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it. It's called The Bad Batch. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A long time ago, but I know what you're talking about.
It sounds like a Gremlins movie.
I don't know.
I barely remember what.
Oh, that's the new batch.
Yes.
Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Yes. You're correct.
That's what I'm thinking of.
So this movie, somehow,
The Bad Batch from 2017.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
For some reason, this is post-apocalyptic, all that stuff. So, I guess if you're a criminal or something, you get sent out into the desert, just like the Sylvester Stallone movie with Rob Schneider. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you mean Judge Dredd?
Judge Dredd, yeah. So they send people out in the desert. Yeah. But in the desert are like factions of bodybuilders who live in airplane graveyards, and they go around in golf carts and they kidnap these newly released people, and they eat them limb by limb for nutrition while they lift weights in the desert. And that's as far as I've gotten.
With, like no leg or something, right? Or no arm?
No arm and no leg, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, and she's like chained up to, an airplane. She wakes up. She's like, what the fuck happened? And you see some lady come over with like a hacksaw and a syringe, and she injects something into her arm, presumably some anesthetic. Who the fuck knows? Maybe it's tenderizer. And then starts like going at her forearm at the elbow joint with this saw, and then cauterizes it with a cast iron pan, and then throws her arm onto the grill, and this girl's like writhing in pain. And the next day they come back for her shin, and like, oh, I do not want to watch the rest of this movie. So I don't know if I will.
And what made you start watching this movie?
Um,
He's like, I heard it was terrible.
no reason. I was like browsing Netflix through the kindness of James here. As the main star is Jason Momoa. I was like, he's not total shit and stuff sometimes. And I started watching it.
It's got Giovanni Ribisi and Keanu Reeves in it. I mean,
Keanu Reeves is in it?
mm-hmm.
Okay. I still don't know if I'm going to watch the rest of it, but
Keanu Reeves been in a lot of bullshit too. He's just a
That's
nice
fair.
guy about it. That's all.
but the whole, cannibalism, eating babies and stuff, I was like, oh, I've seen something like that recently.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that you have to look at, and you're like, why does this exist? And let me be disturbing for a second.
Cool.
The girl in this is not unattractive.
No, she's cute.
She's getting eaten.
Yeah.
But not in a food way. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in a food way, and not in a way she's gonna like it.
Right.
Definitely not in a friendly way, but she's not gonna be eaten for food. They're gonna have
Forced. You're talking about forced cunnilingus.
I mean, I'm just talking about metaphorically eaten.
Right.
I'm not even talking about linguist. I'm just talking about this is a kind of place where it's gonna be an all you can rape buffet. You know what I mean?
Like vor.
No, I don't mean actually eaten. I'm just saying they're gonna devour her.
Yes.
So I just don't know. I can't see someone's like, we're gonna have this thing with this eating people, but that's not what's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna you wouldn't be eating people. You know what I mean? Right. I'm sorry, it's not.
But this actually brings up one of the reasons I just realized why I kind of don't want to watch it is because I can imagine this happening and people actually doing this. I'm sure this, cannibalism and shit happens in other countries. There's probably someone chained up right now with no shins and no forearms that have been eaten by some rogue community. And that makes me hate people. So I'm like, I don't want to watch any more of this because it makes me hate people.
Oh yeah, sure. There's God,
Evan, can't have vampires, can't have cannibals, can't have nothing.
No fun allowed.
See,
God, there's to get my crazy on when the world ends.
Look, there's when the world ends. There's so it's funny, right? I'll be looking at there's a site I look on for hentai, right? Because that's how I get my jolly sometimes. Sometimes I just need to see a little some anime titties,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And so sometimes you're looking through there and you'll hit random, and there's a serious thing, and I should probably look and see what the category is, but I've never looked to see what it's called. It says something. The categories are broken down something all crazy Japanese shit, so I don't really know what they are. But there's of course, there's vor. That's
Mm-hmm.
one with people eating people or putting people in their mouths or something like that. Sometimes it's sexual, sometimes it's fucking food. I'm gonna eat this motherfucker, something like that. And then there's a ton of fucking porn that you don't even know that you didn't know it was porn. I didn't know this was a thing. Of they're it's no fucking, there's nothing like that. It's just they're just chopping people up and eating them. They're just chopping people up and they're just butchering people. And I was like, how is this a thing? What is this? Is this a thing people are into? I've seen all kinds of wild shit on the internet, you know what I mean? But and it's one thing to see a one-off, right? Here's a guy wearing jerking off with rabbit skin on his cock. You know what I mean? Okay, you'll see a crazy one-off of some wild shit, right? But then you'll see if you see 300 or something,
right?
It's not a one-off. This is people are into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I've seen 300 of this, but I've seen in the time that I've been using this site to find your basic schoolgirl fucks boyfriend, hentai, or man and woman have sex hentai. I've run across 50 of these in 5 or 6 years of this kind of thing, all different. So I'm sure it's a thing. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some kind of subgenre of maniacs who are into watching young women get cut up and sized up like they're fucking grocery meat, and it's fucking disturbing. It's extremely disturbing, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. And when I saw this movie initially, I thought to myself, you know what I thought? I thought because I didn't know what it was at first, and I didn't know about the chopping and eating. I just knew that she was out in the desert with some fucking chained up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Rattlesnake Moan. Remember that movie?
Black Snake Moan?
Black Snake Moan? That's what I thought. Because it was, that movie had that kind of like chain up this girl and teach her to be a better person type of thing going on, right?
Yeah.
This isn't that at all. This is like,
Nope.
they're just cutting up this bitch and eating her. You know what I mean? And she's trying to survive or something. I don't know.
She spoiler alert, she beats her captors to death with like a table leg or something. And then finds a skateboard and scoots across the desert until some wanderer finds her and takes her to like a shanty town. And then she gets another half of a leg and a gun and she goes for revenge or something. That's where I stopped. So.
Yeah, this is some weird director's weird interpretation of what he wanted to, his fetish.
This thing won an award.
Weird
Production company, Annapurna Pictures and Vice Films.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Cuties won awards.
Oh, true.
I hate the bandwagon on Cuties because at first I was like, "Oh, you guys haven't seen the movie, stop bandwagoning on it." But then when I haven't seen it, but when I heard people who watched it, like people who I trust watched it, they were like, "Yeah, it's beyond the pale.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not meant for American audiences to consume." You know what I mean? And it won a ton of awards.
It's like it's meant to expose that industry.
It doesn't.
It's like, but you shouldn't have
it
made
sexualizes like little girls in a it's like it exposes it by giving people who want to have these erections. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And it's not for us, not for everybody. I'm sure there's somebody out there it's for. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught watching it.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so
Okay.
Evan's given 5 stars to Bad Batch, so go out and see Bad Batch, everybody.
Boy howdy. That wraps up entertainment. James, you mentioned at least one game earlier. Do you have any others that you would like to put in here?
No. There's a puzzle game that I picked up, and I meant to go look and see what it was called, and I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
It is called Teardown. And what Teardown is a game where it's a voxel-based game with full world destruction. You are given a bunch of items, and your goal is you're a guy who tears down houses. That's your thing. And you're out of money. So your mother, who's your secretary, who works for your company, she guesses, we can't pay the gas bill. We got to do these sketchy jobs. So you get one sketchy job after another one to tear down these houses or whatever. So like one of the jobs was like this rich guy telling you, look, they're not going to let me put my boat here, and I want to put my boat here. So I need you to go and get rid of this boat dock for me. So you go to this place, and it's basically a big ass. There's like an industrial park, boat dock, fucking the boat dock's manager's office. It's a huge space that you're playing the game in, and no one's around, and everything is destructible. And you go there, and you have to destroy this boat dock. This is basically the complaint was your boat's too big to park here. So the guy's like, just fucking get rid of the peak. Just either get rid of the house, do something. So you have to go there and you just fucking sink this whole house or cram another boat into it or whatever. You just destroy it. And it's all voxel based. So my fucking, when I'm blowing up shit, my computer's like, and the video but it is a lot of fun. Like if you want, like, and it's timed. So once you start blowing shit up, you have to finish. And there's certain things like you got to pick up this thing. You got to pick up all these things around the map and then get in your car and leave before security comes. Once you pick up the first thing, an alarm goes off. So you have to find the most expedited way beforehand and set the map up in such a way that you can do this stuff within like a minute 30 or 30 seconds or something like that. Run around the map, pick up all these things, get in your car and leave before the helicopter comes to arrest you. So it's a puzzle game with a time limit. It's fun though. It's really enjoyable. If you just want to have some fun, you have a decent video card and you want to puzzle your brain out a little bit, this is a good one right there.
Excellent. Now I had an idea that I might start playing a little bit of Apex Legends.
Oh, there we go.
If you would like to show me the way or guide me. I don't know anything about looting. I find, I've been playing the same game for 20 years where you basically have, full health, full armor, all the guns, full ammunition when the game starts, and the last one to survive wins. So this whole like inventory management, I got to get the different, color armor for, pick out a gun I like, shit like that. Totally new.
I'll tell you what the chads in my Discord tell me. It's easy, man. Just click on heads.
True. All you have to do, just fucking hit your shots, kid.
Yeah, just hit your shot. Just click on heads. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that because I really enjoy Apex Legends. I have not played it in a while, but I like it. Also, there's a new game that just came. It's not out yet, and the alpha for it's over, but it's a lot of fun. It's called Scavengers, and it's very interesting. It has a very Apex Legends-y feel, but it doesn't have it's in alpha, and I'll mention it just briefly because we're talking about Apex Legends. It has a very similar feel. You have characters that have abilities. It's a 3-man, kind of a 3-man thing. Mm-hmm. You run around, you pick up weapons and shit like that. But while you're running around, you can tell your character to craft. So instead of picking up better shields, you just pick up scrap that lets you craft better shields, and it's kind of just hit C and craft, and it goes. You don't have to worry about like ammo types and shit like that. It's a little bit better, and that's that thing. So if we're going to go back and through BRs, PUBG, you're like, do I have the right ammo? Do I have the right gun? Do I have the right silencer for this gun? And then you have to go in your inventory and assemble things. Apex has a little bit of that, you know what I mean? Like you have to pick up the stuff and you're like, oh, this is the right this, that, whatever. It has a really robust system of marking things on the map, which is nice. You don't have to use vocal comms because the game has it all built in, which is like best in the industry, I think, for that. This game, they basically have taken all that cumulative knowledge of making battle royales and thrown all that out the window. And said, let's just take all the best stuff, and that's what they did. So it's pretty good in that from that extent. It's fun, fast paced. You're running around. They have cars if you want to fix the cars. Otherwise, you just run around. So this one is a mix of PvE and PvP. So you have ads that are always attacking, and then you have players. So you're running into ads. You're running to 3-player teams. It's a lot of fun. That's an enjoyable game. It's probably not for 2021, but Apex is a good time, man. Apex, I enjoyed all my time playing Apex. I don't have it installed, but I can install it if you want to try to play it. I'd love to play it with you. It's fun.
Yeah, just like a different game to work on my, aim and coordination and gameplay and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. And the game you were describing, was it Scavengers or Savage Scavengers?
Scavengers. I'm going to put it.
Okay.
I'm looking for it right now. I'll put it up.
Okay. Cool.
And that one's it's in NDA right now, but it's a lot of fun.
Soon TM.
Yeah. So they had a 3-day free playtest, which I was a part of, and we played it every day for those 3 days. And then they had so they said they'll have another one in 8 months, And apparently the first playtest was like early this year, and it was horrible. But this was like a joy to play. Quick, fast games, easy to get into. So one thing I'm really digging right now is, so we're used to PUBG where it's like 100 players, right? I played Population 1, which is the VRBR, the virtual reality battle royale. And in that one, the nice thing about that one was that it's only 15. It's like
Yeah,
15 people or 15.
much
No,
smaller lobbies.
it's much smaller lobbies. I mean, it's like 15, not 15 teams of three. It's 7 teams of three or something like that. It's not that many people. So basically, you might have an engagement with like 2 teams, and that's it. So basically you have a really compressed timeline. You have 3 or 4 great fights per person. If you're really lucky, if people are really bad, you can kill the whole lobby. It's very possible. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, you can have a lot of fun in that game. It's very enjoyable. um and then this game has a similar feel to that. When Apex is a bigger lobby, it has, even though still 3 people, is a bigger lobby, it has a much more hectic feel. You're moving the entire time. This has the same hectic produced feel of Apex with a smaller lobby, because in this game you're trying to get points, you're trying to get capture points, you're trying to do all this PvE shit. It's all happening, and then occasionally you might run into a player. Like we run into like it's nothing to run into like early game, no players. Mid game, no players. Late game, the goal is everybody is trying to get into the mothership to leave. The person with the most points wins, but you can get in the mothership and leave and still be a survivor, quote unquote. You just won't win that match. And that last like 2 minutes is hell on earth. Like it's just like a 4 or 5 minute gunfight by fucking 10 people. And
Like
it's
it.
crazy. It's absolutely
like that.
crazy. So that's fun. That is super enjoyable because you have this constant momentum going on and then a hectic pace in the end. And the games are fast and furious. And I like that about it. That's the same thing I like about and that's the same thing I enjoyed about Apex. But Apex, you're always moving because there's teams everywhere. So from the early game to the late game, you're always getting engaged by teams. And so you're going to run into teams when you don't have a fucking gun. That's the thing that sucks about Apex, about any VR, right? Is to land in a building and you don't have a fucking gun, and there's no guns around. There's nothing but like 3 health packs and 7 silencers. You're like, cool.
Right.
What am I going to do with this? You know what I mean? They look through and your pair of pants. They look through your body like, this guy has 48 silencers on him. What the hell is going on? I mean, and that's like a lot of these games, right? So this is this game, there's no dropping, there's nothing like that, at least not right now in its alpha state. You just kind of like the screen goes black and you're on the ground in a random place on the map. And then you're just running it from there. So
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna post it. I'll post it in here. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. But yeah, I'd love to play some Apex, man. It's a good game.
All right, I look forward to it. Gonna skip down a couple sections here. We don't have a product review or any Linux food news. Mike, do you have anything you'd like to talk about in your extra section?
Guns. So I actually came across this a little while ago on Reddit, and I just kind of forgot about it. But so I'm bringing it back up here now, just so everyone's aware. I don't think we ever talked about it. So, there's a subreddit called Today I Learned, right, where people post stuff like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Like, I always thought dogs laid eggs.
Yeah,
and I learned something today. So it's like that. And they always cite like their source, like, Wikipedia article or whatever it is. And so this one is, today I learned point blank range does not mean extremely close range. It means any distance over which a certain firearm can hit a target without the need to compensate for bullet drop.
I've heard that.
So if you have like
I did not know that.
50 cal sniper rifle, point blank range, like a third of a mile.
Yeah, exactly.
So something.
I mean, probably not, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah. So very interesting. I didn't know that. I thought point blank range was, I'm right in front of the guy. I'm 2 feet away, or whatever, but apparently not. So, nah. The only other thing I have in here, I put the link or maybe one of you guys did, I forget, to the Hawkins Guitar webpage here. So if you guys want to check out that class I took or anything else the guy offers, including his custom guitars and everything else, it's pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Well, thank you
James
very
got
much.
a couple things here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Not yet, Mike. You don't have the right to say that yet.
Oh. There we go. Oh, I gotta get the eyebrow right. Okay, yeah.
Raise it.
Yeah. Oh, I can raise it. Say it's raised.
Can you raise both, by the way?
I could for a while, but I was like, but yeah.
It's like, can you wink? Can you wink with both eyes? It's like, I can. It's called blinking.
Yeah.
Actually. What? Anyways, James.
Okay, so I got a few goodies here, just some things that I, kind of tickled my pickle this week. Soap CO1. So
Yum.
this I'm not a fan of TikTok, just so you know. I don't like TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't share TikToks. I don't like engaging in TikTok, I'm trying to do my part to make it go away. All right. I know that's not gonna happen. I know my boomer ass is gonna get left in the dust, but right now I just can't invest in TikToks. My TikTok stocks are low. Soap CO1 though, this is just fun. This is just great. Like I sat down and watched every single video of these. Like I just turned it on, put on the audio, and watched. All this person does is shave soap, and it's fucking great. And I don't know why, but it's awesome. Evan, do you feel me?
I understand where you're coming from. I don't approve of them, being famous, quote unquote, TikTok famous for shaving a bar of soap. But I think it has the same appeal as the hydraulic press channel on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. I don't know if this person is famous or not. The other person this made me think of was I Am Bread, or the bread face.
I don't think I'm familiar.
Oh my sweet prince. Michael, you know who Breadface is. Oh, okay. I'll add this one to it. I'll add this one too. So
we're talking about some gems, folks.
Yeah, this is a gem. This is sweet. Breadface is a attractive Asian woman who lives in New York City, who buys loaves of bread and smashes her face into them on camera.
No,
that's all she does. It's great. Breadface blog. It's absolutely great. She does.
I don't need that link.
She does it with donuts and churros and artisan bread. And she's hot too. She's fucking cute. She's an attractive Asian chick. But I don't know, it's something she's doing for years. It's fucking weird, dude. It is weird, but it's like, you're just like, what is this?
Celebrating mental illness, James.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to engage. Okay? I'm here to fucking engage. You want to fucking look in this video? What is she doing in this video? In this video, she has, what is this? Oh no, she's advertising someone's product. She's in the shower putting something. So one of the things she's known for is her lipstick. She always has really red lipstick, and she just buys bread and smashes her face in it. It's fucking weird, dude. I'm gonna link this. I'm gonna link her Instagram on here. Breadface. And people interviewed her. Nobody knows who she is. People interviewed her to talk to her about it because she's been doing it for years and years and years on a bunch of different platforms. Yeah, mental illness is probably what it is, but I'll post it up here.
Cry for attention, but who doesn't have that sometimes?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Soap CO1, you see that one. Amu Room. What do you think, Michael? Amu
Room? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is a young Japanese housewife or a Japanese housewife who makes bento boxes for her husband, among other things. She makes all kinds of things, but she makes bento boxes for her husband. So this is her making bento boxes. So this is instructional for sure, and her bento boxes are beautiful. But I turn this on and let it play while I'm playing video games. it's like the peaceful, good vibes that I need to help me relax in the middle of a stressful gaming session. I don't know what it is, but it's like so methodical and like programmatic, like the way she does it, it chills me right out. I like watching it.
Mhm.
So, and I think there's something about 2020 that makes me just need to. I'm racing for things to help me chill, you know. So yeah, Amu Room is pretty good. So there's a link to that. You know, do yourself a favor. This video right here, I want you guys to watch that video. Do click on the best of the week video and just watch it. It's like
Best of
fucking
the
15
week.
seconds long.
Okay, I have seen this before. The dog, yeah, dog's like, ah!
And dude,
It's a
so
couple
stuff,
of geese with photoshopped or graphically inserted arms, trumpet, and a territory flag jumping on top of a
like
golden
a golden
retriever or Labrador or
yeah.
something. Yeah, I like the quacks on the steps though. He's like
Dude,
quack 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 quack.
I've seen the original.
Yeah,
When this video, I saw the original video. I was like, "Oh, that's great." You know what I mean? Look at this golden retriever getting abused by these ducks. It's cute though, right? The ducks are like obviously. So this is like the hashtag and the original thing is like ducks as pets. You know what I mean? And I follow like a bunch of duck and geese Instagrams. Because I'm a fucking weirdo.
of course.
So I watched this fucking video, and the fucking ducks come out, and they got arms, and then one guy's holding a horn. He's like, and then fucking the other one's got a fucking flag, and I was like, I am all in. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, this is what I need in my life right now, dude. Like, this is beautiful. Michael, you saw it. You watched it.
Yes.
You're telling me that's not gold,
Oh, it's great. I love it.
dude. It's amazing. This is like the sweet harmony that we need right now. This is like this is where, you know what? I thank 2020 and Donald Trump because we've gotten some of the best peaceful, wholesome memes this year. We've got the best wholesome memes because people are like looking for escapes, so they're producing wholesome memes like crazy, and this is like a good one. This is like great, you know.
Right.
Someone sat down and probably took like 4 hours to do this, and it was worth every moment of their time.
that kind of reminded me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where like the knight and his ward are like skipping along. He's clapping the coconuts as if it were a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree with
fucking great. That's classic shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. It's like you get, and they're like the guy calls him out. It's like you're banging two coconuts together. What? You know, like, he's like, "How dare you?" Like, one thing I do want to mention though, James.
Yes, sir.
What is it called? A video where people like eat?
Oh,
Mukbang?
Yeah.
You
Are there
guys been doing
crazy? Are there crazy ones?
Yeah.
Like where it's like a huge person and they're eating like a crazy amount of food?
Oh yeah, we talked about this before. Yeah, there are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. All right, you
Why?
got to recommend a couple to me. I want to watch someone slowly kill themselves. So, hook it up.
He's like, I got a fetish to take
Yeah,
care
there's a
of.
couple. I can think of a couple. There's one guy who does like drinking challenges. Like people do eating challenges, 8 pounds of hot dogs or whatever. This guy's like, all right, I'm going to drink a 24 pack of Gatorade in 9 minutes. Go.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Stuff like that.
Does it work?
He's
Does
still alive.
Does it go?
Yeah, mostly. Most of the time.
God.
Yeah.
That's like what is the one I used to hear about like way back in the day is like drink an entire gallon of milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how long, not long, like you got 10 minutes, go, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then eat an entire loaf of bread.
I haven't heard that one. I as far as I go with milk was drink a gallon of milk and don't throw up for an hour.
Yeah.
That's your challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds about right.
But yeah, there's tons of stuff out there for you, Mike.
Well, send me some
Sure.
links, please. You or James.
I mean, Nick
know?
Nikocado has a video right now. I just soiled all over my sheets. Mukbang.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
a fat, big, gay disaster area
Yeah.
with a OnlyFans, by the way, where he threatens to show you his tiny cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I follow a meme page, and it's actually pretty popular on Instagram. But the guy is like the guy always puts his location. I think he's in like Manassas or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a guy who's like 32 or 28 or I don't know how old he is, and he's like, yeah, I started OnlyFans. Check it out. So I'm like, what? I was like, stop. What is going on? And like people are like he did a ask me anything kind of thing, like like people say like do that on Instagram, and he's like, and so they shows the questions and then he answers them,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and like half of them were about like his OnlyFans, like what made you get started, like do you show nudity? He's like, yes I do, blah blah blah, like I was like, Jesus Christ, I was like, this is fucking nuts, man. People subscribing, they love it, all kind of shit.
Well, in these trying times, you got to make money.
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, are women subscribing to this? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, it's probably dudes subscribing to it.
Gay dudes.
I mean, probably. I mean, look, I'll be straight with you. If I was like a handsome built dude,
he's like, I would follow that guy.
No, I do an OnlyFans. I would do OnlyFans, 100%.
Uh-huh.
I would have my dong. I'd be fucking motorboating and fucking helicoptering my ding dong on OnlyFans.
Well, the problem is advertising. I mean, if you have a platform like this popular meme page, it's it's going to take off. But if you're just you, what are you going to share your OnlyFans on Facebook or something or Twitter to 19 people?
Oh, that's true. No, but if you're a built dude, if you spend a lot of time on your body, you probably have an Instagram or something already.
That's true.
So
and
you
a
build up
larger circle of friends.
Yeah, because you're actually popular and you go leave the house.
Yeah.
So if that's the case,
wow.
if you meet that criteria, you're popular. You leave the house.
I take it back. You're right.
Get your guitar fixed. Maybe you too could have an OnlyFans. I don't know.
I could have an OnlyFans, but it's fixing guitars. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can do an OnlyFans
in the
breastfeeding
nude.
Cats, as Michael said.
Yeah.
Since I am a cat breastfeeder.
On the weekend.
On the weekends. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why the dudes can't do it. I just don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be getting that much money,
I don't know.
I don't know
Anyways,
either. But
yeah, Mike, we'll send you some horrible channels to watch.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, James, tell us about the Dark Pictures anthology.
So, the Dark Pictures anthology is something. So, okay, let's start here. There's a guy who I hate him. His name is, his YouTube page is called The Rad Brad. I'm not gonna platform him here because I absolutely hate him. But he is known on YouTube as being like the playthrough guy, right? And Michael, you would actually enjoy the Rad Brad for the same reasons I enjoy his content, or I suffer through his content, because you also like watching people play video games. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I discovered him because when the first, some Call of Duty came out, like Call of Duty 3 or something, I was like, I want to get it, but I was broke or I didn't have a computer to play it or whatever. And I watched him play it. And after I watched his playthrough, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to buy it. I'm good. And basically he plays through it over a week period or something. And he'll be like, one video will be an hour. The first one's an hour. And it's normally each individual is 25 minutes or so after that. You know what I mean? So if there's games that have great story or something, and you just want to see it, or you want to see how the play mechanics work, you can watch the Rad Brad. He doesn't do any multiplayer. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He just plays through the game. He doesn't do side missions, nothing. He plays straight through the game, right? He gives commentary the entire time. His commentary is horrible, and he's horrible. He's incompetent. He doesn't know how to play games. He misses things all the time. Somehow he plays through. I'm sure he's cheating, but somehow he makes it through, So the Dark Pictures Anthology is a game that I just recently discovered. So I was watching him play through the new hacker game, Hackers Legion or whatever. I can't think of what it's called. I was watching him play through that. It takes place in London, and it's like a Grand Theft Auto 5S game with hacking mechanics. So I was watching him play that, and I was like, "This is cool," And I saw that this thing that kept popping up that he's working on now, that he was working on then at the time.
Oh, you mean Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs, and Watch Dogs Legion,
the new one.
Yeah,
yeah, I saw that just came out.
Yeah, it did, and it looks like a lot of fun. Apparently, it has some bugs, but it's a lot of fun. Apparently, it looks like a lot of fun to me. At least to me, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm not gonna buy it, but it does look like a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. If I see some cool multiplayer from it, maybe I'll pick it up. But otherwise, whatever, I'm not gonna get it. But anyway, so he was playing around Halloween time. He was playing the Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope. Okay, and the previous Halloween he played the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan. Okay, so what this is some gaming company has made this thing called the Dark Pictures anthology, and what it is a series of games, of horror games that are kind of like choose your own adventure sort of deals. The Man of Medan is multiplayer. It's really an interesting concept. So Evan plays as Jeff, and Mike plays as Daryl, and I play as Cindy or something. And we're running around this place at the same time, trying to find our way out, find our way to each other or do whatever, and we can help each other survive or die, or we can save ourselves in lieu of saving the other or whatever. It's a very interesting concept, but you can play it single player. So he plays through it single player. It's a captivating horror story. It's like really amazing. And I watched Little Hope, which was really good. The whole concept of Little Hope, and I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's basically like these people are in a bus accident and they get trapped in this town, and there's a bunch of fog, kind of like Silent Hill, and they're walking through the town, and of course all hell breaks loose and they're trying to get out of the town. And it's about them trying to get out of the town and uncover what happened in this town, during these witch trials and during a past life and all kinds of crazy shit. It's really good. And then the Man of Medan is about a few people who go on a boat trip to go look like treasure hunting off the coast of wherever. And when they go on this boat trip, they run into pirates, and the pirates find out that these guys have an idea where there might be something called Manchurian gold. So they go after the Manchurian gold, and that Manchurian gold is on this derelict ghost ship from like the 50s that's been there since like fucking World War II. And it's been adrift all this time, shrouded in fog. And they get on the ship, and of course all hell breaks loose. Like, this fucking ship is crazy. It's fucking nuts. There's dead bodies everywhere. It's fucking insane. So that's what the Man of Medan is about. And it's good. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of it. And I'm not saying go buy these games. I'm saying go find someone who does a good playthrough, maybe with no audio, like they don't talk, and just watch it. Sit down and watch it like you'd watch Netflix. We're talking a 4-hour Netflix movie. That's what you get with one of these things. It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's really good. It's a good horror. So, I mean, I think it's worth your time. I mean, go check out the link to the Dark Pictures anthology, and then if you want to Google it, you want to pursue it, you can. It's only on console, I think. Maybe it's also on PC. I'm not sure, but I know it's on console.
Looks like it's on Steam, I think.
Okay, there you go. So you can pick it up if you wanted to, but I wouldn't. I mean, I don't have any interest in playing these types of games, just because I'm just too fucking skittish. But I don't mind watching someone else play it. It's fun to watch, watch them play through it, because the story is legit. It's a good story. So yeah. And then the last thing I got is Breadface, and we already talked about her. So fun Instagram to check out.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Evan clicked on it.
Fantastic. I mean, I clicked on it, but I haven't watched anything.
He's like, I regret everything. I don't want to support this.
How many followers does she have?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a ton.
190,000. Okay. Yeah. Too many, but okay.
I mean,
This is great. It's like giving the people something they didn't ask for.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks. I hate it.
Yep. I don't think she really did it. I don't think she does this because she's like, it'll make me famous. I think she's like, exactly. It's either mental health or she's just a fucking weirdo. Mm-hmm. And you know what I like about it? She's a weirdo. I embrace anybody leaning into the weirdness in their life.
Yeah.
You know, I want to support that. Anything that breaks from the norm and shows your fucking let your freak flag fly, let your freak flag fly. I'm all about that.
Yeah. I mean, she's living her best life. I'm just hating on her because I'm jealous of her popularity, but what she does is ungodly.
Undeserved popularity.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for the link and the mention.
No problem.
That brings us to the end of the show notes. Do you guys have any closing arguments or things you would like to mention before we head out? 1, 2, 3. No.
I just watched the video of this bread face.
Yeah.
It's oddly erotic.
Perfect. Thank you all for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Check out our website, IOPanelPodcast.com. We find tons of laughs and only mildly erotic content. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can send us an email, feedback@IOPanelPodcast.com. If you are looking for our social media and our internet presence back on our website, check out the social life menu on the right-hand side, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, etc., and ways to support the podcast through Amazon affiliate and Patreon. We appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you next time. Okay. Thank you for forcing this video in here. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry. It's so weird, man. All right.